frame, Vic. That is so unlucky. I'll change that rule from a batting point of view because he made his ground. He's over the line.
Yeah, unfortunate. Hasn't faced the ball. Been run out. Oh, that's terrible. Really is. But I mean, if you think about the fielding side, that's why I'm saying the fielder will be so disappointed if he doesn't get the run out. Because everything was perfect. The batsman Fletcher hits the ball. He's trying to go over extra cover. Doesn't really get the elevation, but it's a one bounce straight to the fielder. All he needs to do is to make sure that the throw is a perfect one. It was on that occasion, but because the keeper gets the ball and goes straight to the wicket. Well, Hawksworth is gone without scoring, without even facing a ball. 6 for 1.
It's never not nice facing a ball, Vic. At least he's got an opportunity later on to come and bowl, to add a bit of value to his team. But yeah, very good throw there from the fielder there, close to the stumps. Good effort from the batter to try to make his ground, and great work from the wicket keeper.
Look, I've never kept in my life. Be lying to you what it's like, but I'm sure the keeper, you dream for throws like that. All you need to do, it just helps it to break the stumps. James Green, been elevated to number 3. Strikes the ball. Changing tactics.
Yes, because you see Green being elevated. He batted really well. He basically won the game for them yesterday, where they were a bit in trouble. And he smashed a couple balls over the boundary. He's definitely been sent in to swing the willow.
Yeah, that's good work. Good fielding there. Spoke about the importance of fielding. 7 for 1. A good start this. By the Kings, having won the toss. Breakthrough is what they got. Not a lot of damage. Here's the second delivery gone for the boundary, but they managed to pick up the wicket by good fielding. It's Dadabai who's going to open the bowling. Just continue with the good work that's been done in the first over. So important to continue putting on some pressure. Goes to Fletcher. Oh, to Green.
Vic, Tadabai, like you said, opening the burn from the side. You see already with the newer ball, the ball keeping low, but I think he's going to get tougher in the second innings as well. So I don't think it's a bad ploy putting runs on the board and trying to defend it. Like even in the previous game, we saw a very low total. It was made difficult by the batting side, obviously, but it was also tough getting the ball away. I think it was a very good swing there from Green. Oh, sorry, Fletcher. And it's an area that he likes, over extra cover or on the offside. And I think if he'd feel like he just missed out a little bit there.
Oh, just short. Immediately. Keeper just said, well, it just bounced short, but it's a good effort that got the outside edge.
I thought that carried, but it's very good sportsmanship from the wicket keeper there. It's always good to see in any competitive game, sport, whatever, to see the good sportsmanship. Nice little feint nick, lovely shape. Oh, and it just short. I thought it carried, but very good call from the wicket keeper there.
Yeah, I just got it wrong. Completely wrong. Half volley outside off stump. Bread and butter for Fletcher.
Yes, Vic, he had 3 opportunities there. First 2 he missed out, he nicked one. And obviously heading into his favourite area, he's not going to miss out on the 3rd one.
Oh, goes the other way. In swinger, but way too straight, and it's another boundary.
Very good balance from Fletcher there. For someone that loves hitting over the offside, they tend to fall over into that offside line. And especially the ball swinging back in. Good skill from Dadabai, but very well played from Fletcher.
Another in swinger. There's protection. Just a single to end the over. A very good over for the Blitz. 10 runs from it. 17 for 1.
We've got the Ndola Blitz on 17 for 1 after 2 overs. I think it's a decent start. If there was 2 overs to go into the power play, they haven't lost. I think the ideal position to be when you look at the wickets is 1. You don't want to lose more than 1 in the first 2 overs. So you can still have a proper go in the next 2 overs to try to maximize the power play. Like the football skills didn't come into play there. You know, just stepping over the ball there. I definitely think he's a United supporter.
That's not nice. Straight to the fielder. A dot ball. So good start by Chant. Yeah, Green has been sent in, and that's always a struggle, isn't it? He's done a wonderful job yesterday coming lower down the order, struck the ball quite nicely. The role that he has now, he probably feels that he needs to get on with things. And generally, you'll probably find that he loses his shape, and that's what's happened.
I think it's also the expectation, you know. Obviously, he had a great knock yesterday. The back end of the innings, finishing a game, but finishing a game and starting an innings off is a total different ball game. You know, so like you said, the expectation from his team and from himself now is obviously to follow up on what he did yesterday, but it's a totally different ball game. It's a different expectation. It's a different way of how you need to go about it. Even though there's only 2 fielders on the boundary, it's still something that you need to get used to.
A good shot. Very good shot down the ground. Good fielding, but unfortunately hits his leg and rolls away for 4.
I like the areas that Fletcher's looking to hit the cricket ball. Extra cover straight. So your margin for error is not as big as hitting across the line, especially on wickets like these where it's slow and it's not a lot of bounce.
Okay, well, he goes the other way. He goes where there's no fielder on the boundary, and it's another one. So 10 runs from it with 1 more to go.
In saying that, Vic, well, he's just showing us that he does have options. Going across the line, obviously there's no fielders, and he's faced 13 balls, so he's in, if you can call it that, Vic. So he's hitting into the areas where he's going to get more value for the shots, even if it's a little bit high risk.
Goes airborne, and it's taken. Goes down the ground. The timing is not good, but the catch is a good one. He has to steady himself, and the Blitz lose another wicket. 27 for 2.
That's a very good result for the Kings. They're getting the in batter out, and a guy like Green struggling the other side. Let's see how they're going to go about them. We asked yesterday to see what the Blitz will do when they have to set the total. So today's a different ball game. Let's see how they go about it.
Yeah, Connor Fletcher's gone for 24. 27 for 2.
They can say high risk earlier. Well, this is a game of high risk. You only got 10 overs. You only have 4 overs of power play. So you got to take more risks than in any other format. But the lovely little innings there from Fletcher again. You know, putting something on the board for his team. And we've got the captain Squire in at number 4.
Captain Squire. He missed out in the previous game, didn't get an opportunity to bat, so should get a knock after the weekend's play. Final over of the power play now.
Vic, I think the Kings will be fairly happy with the position they're in. Yeah, by the 3rd over. Good start from Barakara there. Especially the way the Blitz has been going in the last couple of games. You know, they've had good starts in the power play. So the Kings don't want them to get away from them in this last over of the power play. It's a round opportunity. Oh, got back in time. It's been some good fielding from the Kings in this first couple of overs.
Oh no. That's through him and it's gone to the boundary for 4.
Well played from Squire there. Terrible fielding, not the best by the Kings. Just as I said, they've been very good so far.
Yeah, they get there at the end. Yeah, the Kings would like to win this game. We've already seen that the Stars have won 2 games. The Blitz have won 2 games, so they're top of the log. Kings have only won the 1 game, beat Lusaka Hits. So they just want to change things around and hopefully... Oh, head struck well. Has it well enough? Oh no! My goodness! Another one's down.
Oh, Vic, we always say about catches in matches, but not only that, it puts the batting team under more pressure. He had a lot of time getting underneath that ball, but it was still moving while the ball was getting to him.
Oh. It's going to be an interesting chase. Well, the ball wins the race. It goes for 4 more. Paulo will be so disappointed because he would have had his man, but unfortunately goes for 2 runs and a boundary. So 11 runs from that over. 38 for 2.
Vic, I think the Blitz will take a power play, you know, obviously losing a wicket in the first over and losing the in batter as well, being 38 for 2. And the last boundary is always tough, you know, when a guy gets a massive inside edge and the ball goes for 4.
All right, power play done. And I make my way for Pomi Bangwa to join Henry Davids.
Okay, Green had a nice opportunity now being dropped on the cow boundary. Let's see how it goes about. Well, there's only 6 overs left with 8 wickets in hand. I think the Blitz, the way they've been going this tournament, they want to get as many as they can. Getting to the ball nice and quick. And hitting to wide, long on. Good fielding again there from the Kitwe Kings. Very well bowled by Reddy there. As we said earlier, it's tough when there's no pace on the wicket. And what Reddy is doing at the moment is taking all the pace of the ball, letting the batter do to try to get all the pace on it.
It's biting nicely as well, so if you can bowl some decent spinners, get some dip on it, get some revs on it, then yeah, it's not so easy. Especially also if Squire's having to try and make the pace on it. Oh, nearly, nearly. He overbalanced, but he had the presence of mind to just keep that back foot on the ground.
I think it's a good thing he had trainers on. If he had spikes on, he could have slipped to like fall over the spike. It really looks quite a clever ball, you know, mixing it up, bowling different deliveries all the time, mixing up his pace on this wicket, which is ideal. I think they've adapted very, very well.
Two for 2.
Problem we saw yesterday when Green came into bat with the spinners, he couldn't get the ball away, and then they brought on the left arm seamer and he got hit for 22. So it shows also that's probably why they sent him in to face a newer, harder ball, hoping the ball come onto the bat, and Green hopefully making full use of it. But obviously it's been a struggle now. There's no pace. They saw him bat, so there's no pace on the ball. The guys are taking all the pace off it. The Blitz with a current runner getting to 84. If they go 10 runs over, getting to 92. But I think they want to get with the wicket, the way the wicket is playing, I think a good score will be in the 90s.
Lots went on back in the 90s. And the 80s. And the 70s. Sorry, that time of day. Here's Kara. 11 off his first. Well, a nice start, Dot.
He does have a little bit of a Couple Dev look about him.
No! Stop it!
Well, I think the Kings adapted very nicely to this wicket with their bowling options. Slow bowlers coming on, not putting any pace on it. But I also do think that they've missed a trick in bowling first, with the wicket. They couldn't get a bit slower.
Oh, that's straight up. There have been a few gone straight up and been dropped. Today has been a story about those.
Yes, Pamela, like you said, it's been a long day for the guys. I don't think most of the guys haven't played 4 games in 2 days. So it's something you need to adapt to as well. And obviously the intensity that a 10 over game has to be played at, it does get to you later on in the day.
That's also straight up. Down again.
Sure. Good stop by the bowler there. He almost got taken out. Good hands, good reactions. Well, there's been 2 opportunities in 2 deliveries. There's not great catching from the Kings, which is not ideal.
He keeps going. This is inside out. Has hit that better. That's the best shot of the lot. He's been trying for that shot. It's 1 bounce of 4.
It's almost like when you're in the nets. For me, when you're in the batting machine and you keep hitting the ball and the guy feeding you, so that's out. It's like, no, it's not out. It's in the gap.
It's never out in the net. And there's always the shot. Well, he could have dropped it. There you go.
A little bit of bite there from Kara. End of the over. The Ndola Blitz, 51 for 2 after 6 overs.
Yeah, many have gone down today. Probably didn't get it 100% correct. He's hit it inside out, more inside out than he'd like. He's looking very straight back over, long off. Just to play shots. That's all he looks to do. Just never mind I've been dropped. He keeps swinging.
I think that's the way of the game for me, just to keep swinging. Obviously, you want to watch the ball and hit in your ears. I think that should still stay the same. But obviously, when you put pressure on yourself, you get the odd dot ball that you put, then it's a different game. Your approach is slightly different because you just tend to force a little bit, and that's where you miss out.
Nobody out there. 4 runs.
But when I was very well adjusted, he ran at the bowler dragged it short, which was well bowled actually. But Green adapted very nicely just to steer the ball through. Cover point for 4.
Oh, direct hit would have been interesting. What can they chase down? Just thinking about the Kings and having won the toss and fielded first, they'll know what they're chasing, but a couple of chances that they've put down might hurt them. That's right at the bottom of the bat, that one. But that's generally the direction of his swing.
Yes, the Ndola Blitz 58 for 2 after 7 overs. Yes, but I think Squire, it's obviously you can't say the pressure is getting to him. I think obviously now you're trying too hard. You want to get that 10, 15, 20 run over. You know, so you're just forcing a little bit. Not getting into strong positions. I think that's still the key when you try to hit boundaries, is to get into a strong position. Your body needs to be nice and stable. If you're on the move, there's no momentum into your shots.
Just 3 overs to go. Victor Pitsang is back. Safraz Bad into the attack. Yeah, good call weight. That's a good call weight, because I reckon he might not have got back even when he went back there, having been sent back. If that hits the stumps direct, might have been an oopsie. They don't want him out, Green. He's going well. Oh dear.
Too much turn, if you're the bowler, because you would probably be thinking that he's gone through him and bowled him actually, but not to be.
Struck. That's struck. That is going miles. It's a good shot.
Yeah, we saw him play these shots as well yesterday, Pommy, but it wasn't to the spinners, it was to the seamers, and that's why we thought that Kings might have lost the plot there, but not to be today. He's been there for quite some time. It might just look like it's 15 deliveries. That's great timing.
Take some stopping. Well done. And skipper should be working to get Green on strike. On ball watch, look to run for the batsman who's doing well. It's poor running that, because that's gone a long way behind square. Fielders had to run there to get it, and they've still only got one. And this time probably wasn't a run. There probably wasn't a second, and he's forced the youngster to run his run, and he's run him out.
How about that fielding though as well, Pom? It's a wonderful arm, isn't it? The fact that he gets there quite quickly, the release is right spot on, right over the top of the stumps. That's the bounce. Very disappointed, and you can understand why he's disappointed. Is the previous call was just a 1 run and the captain needed to go back because of the placement. This time it's straight to the fielder. Pick up throws. This is beautiful work, really is, on the deep. Lovely stuff, lovely fielding. And the man that was striking it well, he's gone for 23. 66 for 2. $66 for 3. Good effort this by the Kings. 66 for 3. 2 overs to go. Important to finish strong though. Don't let it slip away. Try and restrict them to a decent enough total that you can feel that you can chase down. Every game is probably an important game for these teams, but more important for the Kings because they've only won the one game. The Blitz, well, if they can lose here, they're still in a good position because they've won 3 games. These dot balls are crucial and very important, especially with only a couple of deliveries left to close the innings. Over and a half, 2 dot balls, a single. So very good over that. Not a lot of damage, just 4 runs coming from it. 71 for 3.
Classic case of being so under pressure. You're trying to see what's happening at the wicket, and you're also trying to get a hold of the ball, but you're not looking in the right place. You're looking up and don't know where the ball is. And in the end, they've run to a ball that's been hit straight to him.
Thank you. Right, come over. No ball to go.
I so thought he might miss that. He got it, but he didn't quite get a hold of it as he would like. It's gone straight up. And skipper's got a bit of a cramp on the top of the hamstring. Yeah, that's not good. The effects of a long couple of days.
You might just think it's 10 overs, you know, so it's it takes a lot out of you. He looks fairly fit, the skipper. You probably, if you just look at the fielding, you probably find him a lot of times on the boundary, so he has a lot to do. Runs around, played well in the previous game, got a couple of runs. And this time he takes a good catch. Really is a good catch. Harris gone for just 2, 74 for 4.
Not many who do, hey? Who still go with the glasses on. Many batsmen who now have contacts. Oh dear, skipper. And he ran him out. Well done. Well done. Oh, bit of a double play there. 2 chances at it. At least he's taken one. Unfortunate thing, well, the thing that the bowler will say, because bowlers are harsh, he'll say, I shouldn't have gone for a run.
Yeah, he'd won that extra wicket, Pom. Picked up the one early in the over. Be nice to get a little twofer. But good fielding, though. Not so good by dropping the catch, but the run-out effort. Very frustrated with what just had happened. Yeah, straightforward, just drops it, and then anger. Throws it in. Right for the bowler. Comfortable at the end.
Oh, out. Oh, maybe not out. Maybe not out. Well run. Good dive at the end as well. That's that. Have to check if he made his ground. He'll get at least 1 run. If not, they'll get 2. So They'll have to bowl well. Their bowling has been their strong point throughout the tournament so far. Yeah, they'll be confident, but not overly so, because just bat decently and they should get to 80 or 81, whichever they need.
If you had to speak to the captain early on when they won the toss and probably asked him, the ideal score he would want to get, I mean, 80 is not a bad score at all. I think that's decent enough. They've done well. They've done the first part well, having won the toss. One thing that you don't want is send the opposition in and all of a sudden you're chasing over 100 and then you're under the pump. Just confirmation to make sure whether they get the 1 or the 2 runs. Tight one. Very tight.
My friend, the team is here. The camera is also here. All on board. Guys, 5 minutes. Please get ready. Go out. No, we are giving them. Okay, so target. What's the target? So please get ready. 5 minutes. He's still there on the camera. Umpire, don't close the score, huh?
Okay, eventually he's given. Oh, all right. So 79 is what they got, and 80 runs is what the Kings will need to win this game. Yeah, struggle for the Blitz today. Start for Fletcher, played nicely, 24 of just 14 deliveries, and it was Green who really looked dangerous towards the end there, but got run out. Squire, 27 of 27 a run a ball, run out of the last delivery and managed to only get 78 of their 10 overs. Squire and Green, only partnership you can really talk about. Fletch and Green was a dangerous one because it was at a good strike rate, 21 of just 13 deliveries.
Yeah, decent enough bowling. You keep a side down to 78. You expect that the bowling figures would be okay, and they are. Yeah, even Kara, who's none for 20, you'd say that's kind of a normal day. And the rest have had a better than par day. So, having done that, their expectation of themselves, the Kitwe Kings, is that they would chase that down. They would get the 79 they need. Yeah, look at some of these highlights. Some shots played. Oh dear. Decent fielding that. Some wickets taken. Some. Yeah, so many have gone up. You wait and you wait. At the start you're thinking, right, up, out. Not quite. As we've gone along further and further into the couple of days, become less and less certain whether the ones that go up will be taken. Might go the other way completely. Yeah, good fielding, not so good running. Yeah, good fielding in that he attacked the ball, good fielding in that the throw was good and hard, and it was also to the right end. But the running wasn't so good. Yeah, skipper taking the catch there and doing himself a bit of a mischief, stretching the hammy a bit more than he'd have liked. Then he put one down, but recovered to get a run out. That wasn't the end. The end came by way of a run out as well. He looked to push it, final ball of the innings, and skipper again through to the right end. And just out his opposite number. So 79 to get. Not long, so we'll see how that chase goes. And this is the final game of the day.
Yeah, welcome back. It's the Kitwe Kings who bowled first, and they now need 79 runs to beat the Blitz, who have not been beaten yet. Two batsmen making their way out in the middle. Azza and Kaushal need a decent partnership. One decent partnership will make sure and will ensure them to getting over the line. Won't be so easy because the Blitz have a decent bowling attack. Has actually been their strength throughout this tournament. Early wicket in the first power play, and then they've got a leg spinner, some variety in their bowling attack. So it won't be easy, but I'm sure the Kings would think that after bowling so well, that 79 should be a target that they would probably have had in mind, that make sure that they don't get past the 100 mark. Alongside me is Henry Davids.
Hello, Victor, again. Yeah, 79 to win for the Kings. I think it's going to be a good chase against, I think, one of the better bowling attacks in this tournament. Green starting again. He's been very good for the Blitz over the last 2 days. Let's see if they can continue with that form, with a good start they've had.
Yeah, the extra bit of bounce, not shy to throw in the bouncer. Decent start. Just those two deliveries, you can just see there's different pace, isn't it? The ball's not really coming on to the bat.
The wicket looks very dry, obviously with the puff dust coming up there. And the bowler hitting the wicket. You still got to hit the wicket. Doesn't matter what pace you bowl. For seamers and for medium paces, just to get that variation, the natural variation of the wicket.
Oh, good fielding that. Very good fielding. That's a wide.
Vic, I like the way Green's running in. Nice intent, Good aggression running in, hitting the wicket. I was just letting it one slip down the leg side there. Was it you were talking about yesterday was jumping away from the crease? Was it someone else?
He just does that, doesn't he? He just goes away from the target early. That's sliced away. Just given too much room outside that off stump. That's a decent enough chase. Good fielding. Very good fielding that. Nicely done.
That's great fielding from, I think, yeah, it's Badcock there. On cover point there, Vic. Just keeping them down to the 2 runs.
Down the ground, there's protection there, which will just be the single. First over done, 4 without loss.
Another good start with the ball by the Blitz. Victor, let's see if they go with the same form as they've gone in the other games with Parker in the second over. Now, I think they've made a change its style coming on. So that they've made the change with Parker being the regular opening bowler in the other games.
Oh, that's nice. Probably be wider though because of the line that he had bowled, but there's a bit of swing. You could sort of understand why they're giving him the new ball. As every single time that Star has come on to bowl, he's managed to swing the ball. And perfect conditions, the last game of the weekend. Just try something different, something that can bring you wickets. Problem is, if you're going to pitch it up, try and search for swing, you'll be punished. Another good piece of fielding. Lovely stuff.
Lovely commitment there, Vic. Let's touch and go there, seeing if his foot has touched the rope. And like I say, with the swing, obviously you see the swing, you also want to go, not go slightly too full, you know. And it's Green very well fielded by, now it's Russell, the hat-trick man of yesterday.
Yeah, very good work that. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? The first ball that you bowl, it's back of a lane, the ball just managed to swing and you just feel, okay, I got the swing going, I'm going to just pitch it up. And that's where you go wrong, and it becomes easier for the batsman to hit you over the top. You just have to maintain, just fix the line, still bowl back of a length. Yeah, nicely played. And a good chase, another good chase, but this time not so good because the ball wins the race and it's a boundary. That's 4 more.
It's good to see the commitment there by the fielders here, Vic, but this outfield is lightning. It was a little bit of a miss hit off the splice from Azhar. But the ball still racing to the boundary.
He's hit that. It's nice and high. A good bounce. And just inside the rope, and that's 4 more. That's a good period this for the Kings. Just missing his radar here. You know, it's always difficult. It's the small adjustment, isn't it? It's also about the timing. And that the first ball that he bowls is nice. It swings away, but he then just pitches over pitches, but then drags it too much, and he's been punished.
And going with that, you're going for 2 bounds and a 2. You know, so you're under pressure. You got to bring it over back. So you look to find ways, but you're forcing it. Instead of just letting it happen, you know, you need to be nice and calm and then let your body take over instead of your head.
Oh, lovely shot. Very clear on what he was trying to do here, Kaushal. Walks inside it and off the mark with a boundary. Swing and a miss. That's a good over though for the Kings.
I think I don't blame Kaushal, you know. He's been getting a couple of bounds, so he's want to make full use of this over here. You get this in especially in this format or the shorter format, you get a time in a game where you say, okay, this is the over that can go, and they've been in a position to pick this over, to make it a big over, 70 times already from it, and another well-placed cricket shot, just turning it around, past square leg, on the boundary for another 4. A very good over there for the Kings.
The expensive one, isn't it? 25 after 2. It's always difficult to bowl with that fielder, especially for a bowler that sort of tries to hit the deck. As once you get it a little bit straight, it becomes a free hit for the batsman. And that's what these two batsmen have done. Kaushal looks like he's an experienced player, has played some good innings for his team. And what he does importantly here is he gets inside the line, he just helps it on its way, because he gets the length to work with. So good start though for the Kings as well. 54 is what's needed. Green continues. Oh, that's a full toss. I'm sure the batsman will be looking. Also goes for a boundary. Oh my goodness. Yeah, disappointed with that effort. All right, free hit. That's a good comeback there by the bowler.
Very well bowled there by Green after bowling of no ball, hip height no ball.
Oh, unlucky. Gets the inside edge and it just races away for 4.
Yes, Vic, that's very unlucky, but as a batter, you'll take it anyway as they come.
That's a thick inside edge. And no chance for the keeper. Okay, that's a wonderful start. Pulled away, they'll be just one. Long on in place.
That's a better comeback from Green. Very good delivery, just hard back of a length, tough to hit. This is good to see, Vic, where the Blitz are being tested now. 35 for no wicket after 2.3 overs. Let's see how they adjust. Obviously, it's not a big score on the board, but we've seen this game change very quickly.
Yeah, the other thing though that the Kings have done though is that they've made the Blitz do something different, something that they haven't done in this tournament. Generally, they like winning the toss and bowling first. Not to be today, they needed to set a total. Missed their way in the middle part and they only managed to get 78. So what it means is you need to have a good start with the ball, and they haven't. First over was decent from Green, only going for 4, but the second over was expensive. And this one is just as expensive. It's 10 already in the so far.
It's a good follow-up delivery again there, Vic. Getting it nice and full. Not giving any width or room for the batter to get underneath that delivery.
Oh, good shot. Very good shot. Wonderful way to finish the over. It's over number 3 gone. It's 39 on the board without loss.
And with that, punch through the covers for 4. Brings back Pommy Mbonga. I'll come back again, Pommy. with the Kitwe Kings needing 40 runs of 42 balls. Kalshal going very well for the Kings. Hitting the ball very nicely and sweetly. So is Bangliwala.
Yeah, their strong part. We said their strong part is the bowling, but each time through the 3 games they've won, they've not been under any pressure to defend any runs. It's been a blank canvas. Run up, just bowl. You're bowling first.
What a beautiful cricket shot. Welcoming Babcock there to the bowling crease.
Yeah, top work.
Pommy, you were saying, obviously, with the Blitz being in great position in the other games, also they've been taking wickets up front. In this game, they're under pressure because the Kings are 43 for no wicket. You know, with the last over of the power play that we're in at the moment.
There's more. There's more. Oh. Yeah, well fielded. Good effort.
Good work.
Yeah, good effort to stop that getting to the fence. And also on the fielder who was running in from the circle, but not giving it up and just waiting and watching. Went there to hang around for scraps. Agahaina. Oh dear. That's so close.
And Badwalk just put a little bit too much revs on that ball there. Just, I can't believe it missed the stumps.
He's swinging as hard as he can, Bangliwala. And again.
Yeah, probably does have license, you know, being 45 for no wicket. And I think he's going to be very disappointed not getting a couple of deliveries away and being in this position.
Four runs. And yep, after the 3 dots, it'll make him feel a little bit better. Yeah, he'll be chit-chatting about it, work it to the onside, he'll say, and that's the end of the power play. They've managed 49, that's a big dent out of whatever score you'd have to chase, and want to make sure that you're going at better than 10s in those first 4 overs, and they've done just that, and in a chase too, so yeah, they're controlling the game at this stage.
Yeah, from here on in, Pommy, it's less than a run ball, but the approach is different. Obviously, when you're batting, there is momentum, and as a batter, you don't want to lose that momentum by just to go a gear down. You still want to keep it at the same level and still keep having that attacking mindset and looking to keep on hitting boundaries. If it comes off, the game will be finished very, very quickly. But it can go the other way as well. If you go a couple of gears down, you're going to bat yourself into a hole and then put yourself under more pressure.
Well, I can tell you,
Yes, Kale.
there's not going to be a change down in terms of gears. And if anything, there'll be we'll try and hit it harder because there are a few people further back, so got to get it over them.
And especially with the spinners coming on, there's no pace on it now, so you've got to generate your own pace. And well weighted there.
Drop ball, Dad, drop ball.
Probably close to the bowler, but it's also well weighted there. A little bit short, dragging it down, but the batter adjusted nicely.
Be looking around to square leg umpire. Yeah, just bounces short. No ball given. Here comes the free hit. Yeah, faster ball with the free hit. And kept to just one.
Nice, boys.
Almost a great start. 54 runs of 32 balls by the Kings, setting them up very nicely in this game.
One. Come, Khalid.
One ball, Dad.
No answers at present from the Ndola Blitz. Chance of catch it. It was smoked. That was hit really hard. And it flew away. There's 4 more.
I don't want to say it's a funny thing, but
Come, boys, Dad.
over the last 2 days, in between the reckless shots or the indifferent shots, there's been some spectacular cricket shots being played by the guys.
Ball, Dad.
Yeah, element of surprise first up in game 1. Nobody's seen it. They don't know what it is. Now they're waiting for Hawksworth's faster ball and able to adjust and hit it away. He's gone for 11 in that first one of his. It's 60 without loss. Just 19 left to get for the Kings. Looking a royal performance. They are blitzing the blitz.
Yes, probably 19 from 30 balls is almost unexpected because the Blitz has been looking like obviously the informed team with their 3 victories out of the previous games, all 3 victories, you know. So they've batted themselves into a hole when they had to set a total. But in saying that, the Kings have been unbelievable in their approach.
Would be wide, surely. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Blitz were looking and thinking, oh, what's gone on? You know, we had a go at these guys yesterday and we were superior. And perhaps a little glimpse into what might happen next weekend. You just don't know. Oopsie.
Well, I think that's the beauty of T10 cricket. You know, one guy changes the game like yesterday. And today again is a bit more of a team performance by the Kings. All the bowlers coming to the party, stopping the guys, getting wickets at crucial times against the Blitz. And now having a great start with the bat.
Yeah, over backward point. They'll pick up another couple. Yeah, all of it just going one way. Even when it comes off the outside half, it's just looping over the fielders. Little bit of bat on it. Might need to run now. Yeah, might well need to. It's just the pace taken off by hitting the thigh pad. Inside edge onto the thigh pad.
It's very good fielding there, Pommy. It's easy to let those go, get to the boundary when you look at the scoreboard. But it's good commitment by the Blitz fielders.
happy. The nerves. A little bit nervous because they see the victory in sight. There's a wide, another one. Chipping away nicely. 12 to get now for the Kitwe Kings. Whoa, felt the wind of that from here. That's a swing and a half. 67 without loss.
That's some big swings there, Palmer. I like where his head is at, you know. It's only 2 blows away from finishing the game.
You're obsessed with license, aren't you?
Palmer, it's just like a mindset switch, you know. When you tell yourself you have license, you just have more freedom in executing what you really want to do. If you want to say no, you should be there at this time of the game, you're just putting a bit more, not doubt, but you think too much at times.
Sounds like another batsman shirking a responsibility to me.
But in this day and age, we need to bring the crowds back to the stadiums, eh?
There you go, shifted again. Very different thoughts of the game between batsmen and bowlers, and what should be, what shouldn't be. Pick the fielder out.
Probably going back to that, for me, like you always say, it's a batter's game. But like if you saw earlier in the power play when the guy got dot, he went for boundary in the last over, just messed up his over a little bit. From a bowling point of view, I can guarantee you the bowler went through, listen, I can't get this one wrong. Same as that bowler now, he probably thought, listen, just get it up there, don't get it wrong. And he bowled a full toss that went for 6. So it's all the mindset, like if you say to yourself, listen, don't get it wrong, the chance of getting it wrong is 99%.
Nah. I agree with one thing. You don't speak to yourself in negatives. Right? You've got to speak to yourself in positives. You outline. You've got to outline what you want to do rather than outlining what you don't want to do.
100% for me. That's why it's always positive thoughts. License to me is a positive thought.
And it's also a positive thought to be there at the end.
It's all in different formats for me.
Yeah, responsibility, always there.
And I'll take 40 or 15 and 50 or 40. Yeah.
Depends if you won the game or not. That's all I'm saying. This has been comprehensive by the Kitwe Kings. They have absolutely wiped the floor with the Ndola Blitz.
Yes,
79 proving nowhere near enough.
This would definitely help the net run rate. If it comes to that, obviously being only 4 teams in the game, you know, coming to the end. Well, that's the end of it. Yeah, the guys were enjoying it so much they wanted to bet a little bit more.
Yeah, that's top work. I tell you what that does as well, which is important and could be even more important than it is right now, is it bumps up the net run rate of the Kitwe Kings. They finished the game in just under 7 overs. They haven't lost a wicket at all. Yeah, fantastic.
That is a lovely way to finish off the weekend, and what a weekend it has been. Probably really exciting. You could see the cricket improving basically every game, and the game plans differing, and the guys adjusting to conditions, which was great to see. So I think next week is going to be another awesome weekend in the Bet part of Zambia Cricket League.
Yeah, it'll take a week to recover for some. And they'll be ready. Well, there'll be a couple of practices. They have to have a few practices in between. So 2-3 practices. And then back at it next weekend. Yeah, this innings has been Henry Davids galore. License.